Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. So this is going to be a bit of an update video on my thyroidectomy, thyroid cancer story. Today is June 12th, and so this is actually the 6-year anniversary of the first surgery I had. If you're new or just don't remember, because it's been 6 years, I had half of my thyroid removed to start because there was a suspicious lump that the biopsy came back inconclusive. So we removed half, and then it did turn out that it was cancer. And so I just decided, like, F it, just take it all. So then I went back a month later and had the rest of my thyroid removed. Yeah, so this is the 6-year anniversary about that. So I did get a request to do an update video. So there's not a lot for me to talk about, but I did go through something last summer regarding my thyroid and some issues. So that's what this video is going to be about. But to start, I will point out no makeup, unkempt hair. I was going to do this video like camera ready, and I was just like, no, because we're still in quarantine. Things are starting to open up. Not everything yet, but a bunch of stuff. Not my work yet, but just because things are opening up doesn't mean that it's safe to go. Yesterday in my county there was 260 new cases. Today 167. So the cases on a day-to-day basis are still pretty high. Again, just in my county, not my state. So I'm staying in my bubble, especially because I have a medical procedure coming up, a somewhat invasive procedure that I have to get COVID tested for ahead of time, because that's a requirement these days. Make sure you don't have COVID before they get real personal with you. So I'm really, really trying hard to avoid people. I go outside every day. Like, I go running, I walk my dog, but I'm still socially distancing. So I'm thinking about making a video on my next medical procedure that is completely unrelated to my thyroid. But I'm not sure. It's a bit of a sensitive topic. But back to the point of this video. So, my 6-year thyroid update. So overall, I have been doing very well. As long as you take your meds and see all of your doctors, you're fine. Thing is, I got kind of lax about seeing my oncologist, because honestly, I just get so tired and annoyed with the life of having to go see all my doctors. I mean, I only have to every 6 months, but it's still, if you heard that, that was my husband. But it's still tedious. I don't know. So I kind of fell out of it. Like, I see my PCP regularly. Like, that's not something I stopped doing. He's the one that gives me my meds, but I stopped seeing my oncologist for a little bit, which was dumb, because then I started having problems. So the reason I was having problems, your TSH is very important to monitor. That is your thyroid stimulating hormone, and it should be between 0.5 and 5. That's the ideal. When I first had my surgeries and they kept me off of my medicine because I thought I needed radiation treatment, my TSH got up to, I think it was 139 or somewhere around there. Yeah, I felt horrible during that time, like absolutely horrible. My oncologist said with numbers like that I should have been in a coma. Like an actual coma. Thyroid-induced coma is a thing. Anyway, so my TSH, I was starting to have some problems, and so I realized like, oh God, like I need to go see my oncologist. Like something's wrong. I need to go see him. So the problems that I was having, first, anxiety. Like my anxiety was definitely like went way up. An example of that, like everything was just, when you cry over the dumbest shit and you're like, I know I'm not, like this is dumb, I shouldn't be crying over this, but you can't help it. It's out of your control. That's what anxiety is. So the example of the really, really dumb thing, one dumb thing I should say, was, so I was on my way to work, and so I'm going down the street and I'm about to like merge right to go onto the highway. But then there's also this lane for the people on the other side who are turning left to go onto the highway. So they're the ones that had the green lights. So obviously like I yield to the traffic, and there's actually enough cars that I end up having to come to a stop. And there's even like the white line for me to stop at. And the car behind me honked at me. And that's all it took. It honked at me, and I wanted to like give him the finger, but I kind of threw my hand up in the air like, what the fuck is your problem? And I think he did give me the finger. And then the entire rest of the day, I was fighting off an anxiety attack. Like at any moment, just ready to burst in tears, you know? And obviously I was on my way to work, so I'm like, I can't, like I gotta hold this in, I gotta suppress it, because once I start crying, there's no stopping me. Like I don't need to be showing up to work bawling my eyes out. I was so close to saying like, I can't be here today, and leaving, like so close, but I kept it in. And when I got home, I let it out. So yeah, obviously like a rando honking at me, it's not a criable offense, you know, but it was out of my control. So just things like that kept happening. And then something else was the fact that it can really screw with your memory, your ability to recall like basic words, basic information. And so at work, I work at a front desk of a hotel. So I have to take in a lot of personal information and confirm information. And I was struggling to recognize telephone numbers. I'd see them. I knew I know numbers, but it would take me a moment to recall the names of the numbers. You know what I mean? Like I could see, 617, but I'd be like, 617, like it would take a moment to click in my head. So that was happening daily, all day. I'd be like 75, like, so I was like, something's wrong. I have to go see my doctor. So yeah, I finally, like I made my appointment, and the earliest appointment I could get was like 2 weeks away. So I had to suck it up for another 2 weeks. And I got my blood work, and it did turn out that my TSH was high. Like I said, it should be between 0.5 and 5, and it did go up to 9. So not as bad as before when I was in the 130 somethings, but still enough that it was screwing up my day-to-day life. Yeah, so he upped my meds. I'm good now. I'm actually at a point where they said I can lower my meds again a little bit, because you also don't want to have too much hormones. Like you don't want to have too little, because things get screwed up. You don't have too much, because different things get screwed up. I just want to make sure I'm okay. Anyway, other than that, like I've been good, you know, like I don't really know what it feels like to be normal, I guess. But on my typical day-to-day, I'm fine. Like I really am. Like I still work out. I love working out. During quarantine, it's been a little different. I actually have a really good home gym, but being at home, I get kind of lazy, especially with with this cutie pie always inspiring me to just be on the couch while she sleeps on me. But yeah, I still, like I said, I'm running, I do my weightlifting. I'm pretty good. So I hope this video helps or finds, I don't know, at least interesting. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I hope everybody's doing okay with everything that's going on. So I may do that other video of my other medical procedure that's coming up. It's kind of a embarrassing topic. But if you want a video on it, I think I might just make the video anyway, because let's all just be grown-ups, right? Okay. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. If you ever want to message me, you can follow me on Instagram, LadyLeopard29. And yeah, I think that's about it. Bye guys.